Alright guys, me again, filling in for Joe. Today we're going to do a little bit of an upper back mobility, focusing on rotation of your upper back. Now we don't do a lot of this within training, so there's not a lot of exercises where you twist around, but it's really important because being able to do this motion, especially when we're sat down so much, modern life, we're here twisting around and being able to rotate side to side. We're kind of losing that ability because of how much we are rounded to the front. Okay, typing, driving, etc., sitting down. We spend a lot of time in this posture, so we're going to try and get out of that posture and rotating. Okay, so we're going to start off, we're going to go lying down. Okay, so we're going to start off with lying down. Then we're going to go on all fours. Then we do a half kneel and then kneeling. So they're going to get progressively a little bit tougher, but because you've done the others beforehand, you should feel a bit looser and you'll get moving a little bit more. Okay, so set up for a lying T-spine rotation. Okay, you want to get knee up here and then drop it across your body. Okay, rotate, try and put this knee on the floor and then put your hands together. You want to be lying on your side, okay? You don't want to be on your back. So you want to be lying fully on your side with your hips almost tilted towards the floor a little bit. Then as you rotate your hand back, you don't want this leg to come off the floor. So as soon as that leg leaves the floor, you've basically found your end range of motion for your upper back, and you'll start to crank on your lower back. So if I do this, I've lost this position, and I'm basically using my hips and my lower back to move instead. 3, I do 10, nice, slow, big rotation. It's also really important that you don't arch like this to get anything else extra, okay? So keep your spine dead straight. You almost want to brace your abs a little bit. So, do the other side, I'll show you from the top, from this other angle. So, cross over, there to there, arms here, and then rotate back. So you can see my knees just start to come off, probably need to rotate down a little bit more. Making sure this knee does not come off the floor. Keeping your lower back as a flat, don't arch, one more. Okay, we can make that one a little bit more difficult by locking down even more. So, if you get this leg across here, like we did before, bring it up higher, and then you can lock that leg down here, okay? You can also do it like that, but that one's really quite uncomfortable. So leg down and then block it with the other one. Okay, so everything's locked down. Your hips are really like stuck now basically. So you just want to lock that down and then we can rotate again. You can see we can get a little bit further. I'll just do 5 in this position. We've kind of covered this one. This one's just to help with keeping the hips locked. Not making sure we're getting it all from the upper back. I'm going to go to the other side, we're going to do 5. So we're going to cross it. I'm going to lock that down. And we're going to rotate. Just keep your eye on the hand. 4. That's the 5 this way. Cool. Do a really good rotational exercise when you're also going to get a little bit of extension, which is useful. It's a windmill. So set up exactly the same. Okay, so that knee comes across, allow your hips on your side, and then you're going to take your hand in a big arc around your head and round to that position. So you end up in the same position we did, but you just take a longer path with some more extension through. So again, we'll do 5 of these. So just take a bit longer with this. You can see how my leg's coming up because it's a bigger range of motion. It's also quite a nice shoulder on this, as you rotate the shoulder through. Okay, same on the other side. So we're going to lift the leg, I'm going to cross it over, drop until I'm on the side of my hip, and I'm going to take my arm in a semicircle. Now you shouldn't feel anything through your lower back on this, okay? If you do, you're probably arching like this. You want to keep a neutral spine. You should feel this through your shoulders, upper back. Nothing through the spine. One more. Keep your eye in your hand. Okay. So that's the lying down. So we're going to move into pretty typical one that we've done loads of results in. So we're going to make T-spine rotation from this position. Now, I like to go with a slightly wider knee stance, okay? So instead of having your knees directly underneath you, if you just slide out a little bit, it'll just help to keep your hips more secure, and you won't be able to rotate as much at your hips is what we're going to avoid. Also focus on keeping your lower back flat. Put your hand on the back of your head, make sure it stays there, and then really push this elbow back. So you don't want to be here, you want to get that elbow and push back. Then I'm going to rotate down, and I'm going to rotate up and out. And you're not actually going to get very far with that, okay? Push the elbow back, to your elbow. If you're not using any other rotation, so either from your lower back, your upper back's not got loads of room to move. And on the other side. So set up here, lower back's flat, slide your knees out a little bit to lock your hips down, your lower back down, hand on the back of your head, elbow to elbow, and then pull this elbow back as you rotate, elbow to elbow, make sure you hold the back of your head. So this one you can do 10 on either side, it's not as big a range. Make sure you pull this elbow back as you move. One more. Okay. So after that, we can move to a half kneeling. So we do a half kneeling rotation. So the half kneel position is here like this. Okay. So set up like this, and then both hands go onto the back of your head, and then you're going to rotate across the front leg. It's slightly more difficult, and then across the other way. You should have to go a little bit further that way. Keep your elbows pulled back. That's really important on this one. If we do 5 to either side, nice and controlled. Okay, so from the side, swap over. So this is the position you want to be in. There and here, just so you can see a bit better. Hands back. Not a big hip flexor stretch, but you'll feel a little bit. Hands at the back of your head, pull your elbows back. Twist one way, twist the other. Fly to the other side. Nice. Then we can also do the windmill from that point. So if it's your right leg at the front, you're going to take your right hand and you're going to take it above your head, and just in that same fashion we're going to rotate with it, keeping my eye on my hand, and I can go actually all the way around on this one, so I can do a full windmill. So I can go here, watch my hand around, do 5 rotations like that. Watch my hand around, so watch it as it goes up. more you can really reach at each point. One more. Same on the other side. Full side angle. So here, a little bit of a hip flexor stretch, and then take. If you see the left knee forward, it's going to be your left arm. You're going to reach right round, big circle. Don't just make a circle, you want to really reach with your hands. So I'm reaching forward, I'm reaching up, and I'm reaching to the back. Keep your eye in your hand so that you rotate with it. One more. So you should feel a little bit loose for the back now. So the toughest one we're going to do is we're going to do a cross leg rotation. So this is the tough one. So you're going to sit just cross-legged, nothing too fancy. You could, if you really wanted, to go into this butterfly position, but let's stick with this one. Hands on the back of your head, like we did for the half kneeling. And then it's just same as the half kneeling, but you're really, really locked down now, so it's quite tough. So try and take, imagine your head, your neck and your upper back are all trying to move as one solid piece, keeping your elbow back. From the side, feet together, help sit down, cross-legged. To be honest, even sitting cross-legged is a good stretch for anyone above the age of 11. And then rotate. Stay tall as well with this one, so don't fall forward. Time. Okay, so that was T-spine rotations. Hopefully it's just made you feel a little bit looser. I know I do after typing away this morning a little bit, so feeling a bit better from my upper back, and I shall see you all very, very soon. Alright, bye bye, have a good day.